So we're here right now at a branch of Island Savings, the Jubilee branch, and we're here, of course, with JP. JP is an advisor with Westland Insurance. They operate here at Island Savings.
That's
And we're here because there's been a lot of questions recently about strata insurance, because people are reading in the news that insurance rates are going up, sometimes many times, and people sort of freak out about that.
It is. It's something that's happening to the market now that it's not affecting every strata. We are seeing, 5, 10, 15% at the minimum, and some we have seen, 100, 200%. Increases.
Yeah.
Depending on the losses on some of these condos, it could be the reason why the rates have gone up so dramatically.
So if they've had a claim recently with
That's
a water, some leakage or something.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because what happens in these condos is because there's so many units in this building, a claim usually doesn't affect just one unit. You have a water damage claim in their penthouse, it could affect 2 or 3, 4 units below, units to the side. So it's a pretty big claim payout in a condo strata building when it's more than one building unit that's affected.
Unlike maybe at your home.
Unlikely, yeah. With your home, typically any of that damage is isolated to just your home, whereas in a strata condo, it can affect multiple units.
So because up until now, I mean, people move into condos because there are shared costs.
Yes.
So they're not having to pay for a gardener. They're not having to pay for just their own house insurance.
Yeah.
It's shared amongst all the strata owners. Right?
Absolutely. So what we're starting to see too is, as part of some of these changes, that the deductibles have also increased.
Okay.
So the share of the deductible is also now a factor in individual insurance that a buyer would purchase individually to help cover these costs in a strata.
All right.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things? So we've established now that this is not. It's not every example where rates are going up 300%, 400%, whatever. They're going up.
They are going up, yes.
Yeah. Some might argue that it's been really reasonable up until now, right?
You can definitely say that. I mean, the market was a more competitive market probably in the past, and now we're seeing a bit of a hard market here where, catastrophes around the world have affected the insurance companies. You're looking at floods, forest fires, earthquakes, hurricanes that affected these insurance companies, and you add on top of that all these claims that are happening, everywhere that's affecting the rates. Yeah.
So what are the things that an owner, a condo owner, or maybe a strata could do to sort of minimize?
There are a couple of number of things. Obviously, ensuring that your unit owners all have insurance. Another part of it would be to use that depreciation report and follow all the recommendations in there. I would also look at hot water tanks. Is your hot water tank out of date? Does it need to be replaced? Because water damage is the most common claim now when it comes to insurance. So obviously a hot water tank.
And again, that's one of those things that is never limited to your unit because it goes. Yeah.
Absolutely. So I would say looking at those dates, and then I would look at some general maintenance on your building. I would look at the roof, gutters, making sure that's looked at every year. Having an inspection done on the home, on the building, actually on the actual condo building itself annually may not be a bad idea either. Looking at the plumbing, how's the plumbing looking? How's the electrical looking? Yeah. And then obviously the roof. So where major points of damage can happen, those reports and inspections can be very valuable.
So just a reminder, just like in a house, make sure that you stay on top of your maintenance items.
Absolutely.
It's a scary proposition because people are afraid. They think, oh my goodness, if insurance rates go up, because there's a difference. There's the insurance for the strata building, and then there's the insurance for your own
individual insurance for your own personal property, and any assessments that you could be charged with, liability as well, is all included in that individual portion of the insurance.
Okay. Yeah. So for the stratas, what I'm hearing you say is make sure you keep up with the maintenance.
Absolutely.
Make sure that you're on top of your depreciation report to make sure that all the majors are taken care of, right?
Absolutely.
The idea about hot water tanks, yeah. So some buildings are really proactive and they replace all of them at the same time,
and
as
that
opposed to
usually
waiting.
Can be cost effective too if you do it as an entire building.
Both buy.
Yeah. That can be helpful to cut some of that cost too.
Got it. And then for the individuals, make sure you're insured, right?
Yeah. So there's lots of ways to insure yourself. It's your personal property, your liability, but it's also the assessment in terms of the deductibles that could be charged to you in the event of a loss in the strata.
Okay. So the bottom line is Yes, things are going up. They're not all going up 300% and 700%. You said
not.
one was 700%.
Yeah, there's been talk as high as 700%, but I don't think that's the norm. That might be a one-off where there's multiple claims over in that building that has caused that.
You never know the backstory.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, but the bottom line is make sure you talk to an insurance specialist like JP here at Westland Insurance at Island Savings Jubilee Branch. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.